Imagine not being able to eat at restaurants, or avoiding family dinners, or panicking at the thought of trying new foods. This isn't just picky eating, it could be something much more serious. Let me tell you about Emma. She is 25. She could only eat a handful of foods, not because she was being stubborn or difficult, but because her body and mind literally wouldn't let her. When her best friend invited her to a birthday dinner, Emma had to say no again. This left her feeling isolated and miserable. After years of struggling, doctors finally discovered she had something that's called ARFID, and her OCD, which she already had, was making it worse. Today, I'm breaking down what ARFID actually is and how it's different from just being a picky eater, and the step-by-step plan that has helped people like Emma finally make peace with food. So let's get to it. So many parents worry about their kids who've only eaten chicken nuggets or white bread, and plenty of adults struggle with limited food choices too. How do you know when it's not just being picky? ARFID stands for Avoidant, Restrictive, Food, Intake, Disorder. A lot of words there, man. Most people don't get diagnosed until they're around age 11, but many suffer much longer without help. Here's the difference. Picky eating. I don't really like broccoli. It's annoying, but it doesn't hurt your health. ARFID. I physically cannot eat most foods. It leads to weight loss, nutrition problems, major life disruptions. People with ARFID avoid foods, usually for three main reasons. They might be super sensitive to textures, tastes, or smells. Number two, they might be afraid something bad will happen if they eat it, like choking. Number three, they might have very little interest in eating at all. And when OCD joins the party, it can add a whole nother layer. Someone with OCD might worry that the food is dirty or poisoned. Maybe they need to eat in certain patterns or take a specific number of bites. They believe certain foods will cause bad things to happen. As an eating disorder specialist has said, when these habits become especially limited, it may indicate a more serious issue. Because nearly 10% of adults with eating disorders actually have ARFID. This isn't just a kid thing. ARFID isn't just about being picky. It can cause real damage to your body and your life. But that's not to scare you. You think about building a house without the right materials, that's kind of what's happening to our bodies. Kids can't grow properly. Their development slows down. Their bodies try to build bones, muscles, your brain, without all the actual tools you need. I recently read about a teen who collapsed at school because of her ARFID. It left her so malnourished. And that's the thing, that even though we can have this knowledge, the teen, the adult, the kid can be like, I know I need to eat this. It's just not that easy. I mean, it's brutal for them. Their social lives can be more difficult. They're missing birthday parties. Adults don't go on dates. They don't go on team lunches. Many stop just trying to be social because they're like, I don't know. I don't even want to have the conversation with somebody like, you're not eating. When OCD gets involved with this, some people might develop strict food rules that aren't just preferences. They're compulsions. They might check food labels over and over and over again, count their bites, rearrange the food in certain patterns. Many choose not to eat rather than break these rules. I can't eat green because that person was wearing green today and I didn't like the way that they were looking. And if they do that, I'm going to be like that. I'm not even willing to risk it. But here's the good news. I didn't want to just scare you with this ARFID stuff. Recovery is possible. You might be a parent watching this video. You might check for OCD as well, if they have ARFID. This is what you do. If you have ARFID with OCD, seeing a therapist or a nutritionist might not be enough. You need a whole team approach. So here's the plan. You build a team, several experts. You're working together. A nutrition expert who understands ARFID, a therapist who knows about eating disorders and OCD, sometimes a medical doctor to monitor their physical health. These professionals will do checkups. A dietitian becomes your best ally here. They work with what you can eat right now and slowly help you expand. Many people start with just 5 safe foods. 5, and gradually try small bites of new foods. But they have to change the way they're thinking. It's not just oh, fine, I'll eat this piece of broccoli. Because what's that going to teach the brain? It's going to say, this is horrible, you're just doing it. Doesn't really matter. Blah. No, got to change the way we're thinking. And that's where therapy comes in. We got to challenge our thoughts when it comes to these foods. You don't have to like it to eat it. That's the big thing. It can taste disgusting to you, but we're still eating it. Your therapist might help you identify automatic thoughts like, if I try this new food, I'll definitely gag. Guess what? We're not saying, you're going to be fine. Nothing will happen. We're actually saying, maybe you will. Maybe you won't. We'll see what happens when we get there. Or sometimes it seems so strange, kids like to do this. We just agree with it. Man, I sure hope I gag while trying this. Awesome, I hope I do that while I'm at lunch and I throw up in front of everyone. Woo, really cool, man. It takes all that power away from this. We can also challenge a thought of like, you know those 10 unhelpful thinking styles? I'm jumping to conclusions. Maybe I'm catastrophizing. Maybe I'm whatever. I'm noticing that one time out of thousands that I gagged because of this food. Let's risk it again. This texture will make me sick. I sure hope so. Some people keep a food journal. Not just what they eat, but the thoughts and feelings that come up before and after meals, because those are the ones we might have to challenge. We can use exposures with this. The therapist could use visualization exercises. You imagine yourself eating a challenging food while staying calm, you're smiling. Oh, I sure hope I might gag on this. It's so cool. I love it. You don't have to love it to say you love it. And then start introducing foods. I've had people bring foods to my office. Hey, next week, bring some corn. We're eating some corn. We're going to love it, man. Cool. Next week, we're eating some broccoli. Next week, we're eating some chicken nuggets. And we're not just like stuffing our face with it. We're like little bites at a time. We're like, oh man, I love this. This is great. Hope it choke. So cool. Yummy. Little bits at a time. We're loving that anxiety. We're loving the feelings, the sensations. But then they're meeting with the nutritionist as well. I work with them and their team, and they say, you know what? They need to get more fiber into their diet. Let's get some of those foods. Let's bring this down into a preference. I prefer to not eat blue cheese. Cool. I don't have to eat everything, but there are certain things that I might have to eat because, you know what? Pizza's at every birthday party you're probably going to go to. Let's see if you can eat some pizza. Make your life a little bit easier. Managing anxiety is important. We might do some deep breathing, but it's not just deep breathing. We're just noticing sensations, feeling the body. Get some oxygen into your brain, and then we're doing those exposures. If you have OCD with this, you're recognizing the thoughts that are happening, and we're challenging these as well. If I eat this, something bad's gonna happen. Yeah, man, I sure hope something bad happens. Woohoo! Or maybe it will, maybe it won't. Let me eat more of it just because you told me something bad's gonna happen. We can challenge these thoughts, and it actually works. Maybe we're working on eating corn for a whole month, but you're doing something. Facing your fears one bite at a time. If you're worried about texture, maybe we're eating things that have that same texture on purpose. We want to find it. We're practicing smelling different foods. You don't have to love everything, but if you're feeling anxious and there's no threat, there's not an actual problem, that's what we want to break. And we might have to eat some foods you don't want to eat to get there. And it doesn't have to make sense either. I think that's the hard part. It's just like, who cares? Just eat it. But it's not that simple. If it's a picky eater, that means they just prefer certain things. That's just what I want to do. And I'm going to do it. If it's ARFID, there is anxiety, there is distress, there is fear, there's avoidance, big avoidance. Either way, if it's a picky eater or it's ARFID, we can challenge it. We can do exposures with it. Do it anyway. Who cares? We'll see what happens. Let's let all the catastrophes happen. Amazing. It's a skill. It's something you do over and over and over and over and over and over and over again till your body's like, I'm not even thinking about what it feels like to eat this potato right now. Because I don't care. You've done it so many times, I don't even care. I'm not even throwing the threats out your way anymore. Let me know down in the comments, have you struggled with this before? Thank you so much for watching. And I know there's a video here for you to watch that's actually pretty related called orthorexia. Have you heard of that before? Go watch it. It might help you a little bit more with this food and if you have preferences and if you like it and all that. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Yeah, several lessons. We're just noticing saying they work with you. They